Hello everyone and welcome back to 7 Years War. Welcome to the second Korean mission, Hansan Great Victory. Chosun's victory started from the sea. Chosun's united naval forces of the three provinces led by generals Lee Sun-shin, Won Gyun and Lee Eok-gi gave blow to Japan naval force from the beginning of the war. Japan military began to be isolated without supplies and backup soldiers. Chosun naval forces decisively contributed to buy time for the Chosun military to counterattack. Japan naval forces tried to attack Hansado, the base for Chosun naval forces, with a large-scale fleet and armed forces strength. The mass sea battle got started between Chosun and Japan to have control over the South Sea, defeat Japan's fleet and destroy her base. Yes, we can do that. So here we go, we've got our usual peasants here, and seems like we're in the northwestern corner, so let's exploit that. The question is, so we patrol ship, transport ship, so we do have naval forces now, so this is indeed quite Warcraft II like. But before we get any more of those, let's maybe build a couple of footmen and some other stuff, because we do have quite a solid amount of resources, so we may as well exploit that. Let's also get some more peasants. And let's see how expensive our ship. Transport ships 1000, patrol ship 1300. Let's build a couple of those nevertheless. Do we even have a... No, looks like we don't have a land connection, or maybe we have got one here, we'll see. And it's nighttime, so let's harvest some more rice. Okay, so looks like we do indeed not have a land connection to the enemy. The question is the AI good enough to pull off any sort of naval invasion? That's a very good question. So let's maybe build... No, not another shipyard. Let's maybe build another watchtower here, because watchtowers are fairly cheap and they're kind of a nice passive defense. So we've got the mill here and the beacon mount. I will admit that I don't actually know what that does. Maybe you can get upgrades there? I don't really know. But nevertheless, let's build some patrol ships, or patrol ships. They're not made of petrol, neither do they run with them. This is also where the game gets a slightly... Oh, what do we have? Oh! Japan is coming for us, so let's repair this tower here. Yeah, buildings are essentially self-repairing, in the sense that you don't need to... Oh, that was kind of cute. That you don't need to work hard to repair them. You can simply order them to be repaired, and then they do repair themselves, which is kind of cute. So watchtower is on its way. There we go. So let's harvest some more of these. Let's maybe build 6 patrol ships, or patrol ship. I don't know why they pronounce that patrol ship all the time. Nope. What the... Oh dear, so... Oh, they've got an attack ship. That's an interesting way to word that. So... Let's build one more of these. And let's see where the Japanese are hanging around. Yeah, ideally I probably want to just destroy the naval yards and then have them be sitting ducks. Oh! And seems like our ships are superior. Yeah, I think I read that, I remember that vaguely from the manual, that the Koreans have the better ships, but the Japanese have the better air units. Yeah, there's air units in this game, but we'll get to that. I'm not quite... Oh, we've got a gunner here, and now he's dead, which is probably accurate. If a bunch of ships just threw some rockets into your face, that's probably what's going to happen. So let's quickly take out this watchtower here. And was that a cannon tower? It seems like it. I think that thing actually shot cannons. But it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's just... Nope. Let's get out of range of that gunner. And let's blow up this patrol ship here. But I'm never going to pronounce that right. I'm sorry. But never mind. Let's instead focus on... Actually, no. Oh, that's got submarines. Those sneaky bastards. And I lost a couple of ships here, so let's maybe take a step back here. And recover. Yeah, the best way is probably to try to destroy as much. Ooh, we've got thunderstorms and rain as well. That's kind of neat. I'm not quite sure whether this has any effect on the game. I don't think it has, but you never know. And we also have a bunch of potatoes here, I just realized. Yeah, I really can't complain about the resources this game gives you. There are really quite plenty, and I can barely spend them fast enough. But then again, these missions here are the earlier missions, so I presume the game is coming harder later. Nope, you're not going to sneak around my defenses here. Let's build yet another one, and let's have you build another naval yard. Nope. Shipyard, here we go. Apparently you can build that sort of on land. I guess it always has to overlap with the landmass in one way or another. So these guys here have 2 ships here, so I'm going to build 1 or 2 more, then we should be good. I think the Japanese submarines are actually transport submarines. I vaguely recall that being the case. But anyway, it's not that important. Let's just ready the fleet and destroy their fleet. Let them come to us. Or maybe not, because that means not all of my ships are going to attack at the same time. So here we go. That gunner is not going to get very far. Here we go. And yeah, so far these ships seem to be almost identical, but I guess that's kind of thing in a lot of older RTSs where both sides often have very similar units and they only differ in a couple of aspects. Oh dear. No, you're not going to sink me. And I really need to take out this yard here because they're producing ships faster than I can destroy their stuff. So let's blow it up. Another question is whether or not the AI actually organically rebuild stuff or whether they just... Oh, hello. Oh, so land units can attack ships if they are near the coast. That's interesting. Yeah, let's build a couple more of these because I want to make sure I can just hang out here and blow up their stuff and don't have to worry about... Oh, what do they have? Armored car. Oh yeah, there's tanks in this game as well, because of course there is. Yeah, this game does take some liberties with regard to historical accuracy, but at least it's a Korean developed game, so with that regard, it's not developed by a Western developer, for better or worse. And could you please check out this mill here, because it really annoys me. So there we go, gunner is dead. Let's just hang out here and kill whatever they send at us. In the meantime, I should probably get you guys aboard this transport ship here, and I should probably build a couple more of you guys too. Question is how many of you fit to one transport ship here? 9 guys, I guess. Yeah, seems good enough for me. Let's park you over here. Let's get 2 more transports, and let's get a bunch of you guys. And then we can probably back this up. Yeah, not too difficult a mission, but I guess its main purpose is to illustrate the naval system here. And what's happening here? Oh, more of those guys. That's okay. Yeah, I definitely want these guys to be backed up by ships, because they do seem to have a decent number of gunners in their base, and I don't think I have access to those as of now. And you could have attacked that guy, but for some reason you didn't. Ah, never mind. Let's just move forward with these guys here, and then... And is this ship full? Yeah, it seems like it. Fine by me. And this rain here seems to cause slight frame drops? Or is it just, are these just moving more sluggishly? Maybe it's just the transport moving slightly sluggish. And they are really chewing up my boats here. I don't like that, so there we go. And here we go. It does actually show you who's aboard. That's pretty neat. It's not a feature even every single modern game has. Yeah. To be honest, despite this game being for the most part a Warcraft II ripoff, It is actually quite competently made, so far I can't really complain. You can select any number of units, which I really appreciate, because I don't like the artificial limitation of not being able to do that. And oh, holy hell, they are really chewing up my boats here. And it runs quite smooth, it's quite intuitive. I wish it has a building menu, but I always prefer those building menus, so that's more of a personal preference and not really an inherent flaw. And we'll see how well the missions are designed while we play through the campaign. The maps don't seem to be all that large for now, but we'll see. Maybe they get larger later, and maybe they also get a little bit more challenging. So, and are you the last survivors? Not quite, as it seems. Maybe they have another building over here, we'll see. Or maybe they've got some submarines hanging around somewhere. Can't see any red on the radar. So let's just see whether they have any stuff over here. Let's just build a couple more ships just in case. So yeah, with regard to Korean naval supremacy, I'm not quite sure whether that's the case historically. And obviously Japan need a solid navy to be able to invade Korea in the first place, which they did try 3 times in the 16th century, and it did ultimately not succeed. One of the reasons Japan invaded Korea wasn't actually to take over Korea, which they did later in the 20th century, but also to have a springboard for an invasion of China. But the Chinese actually intervened in this war because Korea was a Chinese vessel at the point. Oh, so there's some guys here as well. Yeah, they're really not skimpy on the resource, and looks like that a single archer guarding that very strategically important rice field. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.